Good afternoon from the United Kingdom and welcome to day 3 of owning Starlink. This is a little bit earlier than my previous videos, and the reason being I've got something on tonight. I won't be able to film at tea time and get it up for the evening, so I have got some things to share with you and hopefully you find this useful. If you're thinking about buying Starlink, or if you've got it on order, or if you have it and you want to see the stats page, for example, and you don't want to use this little thing, you want to use your own router, well, I'm not technically minded, but I managed to figure out how to do it, so that's coming right up. First things first though, I want to share this with you. Whenever you get your Starlink, you have a set of instructions, and I'm going to show you them because I was packing away the box and it made me laugh. That's the largest, most simplest set of instructions I have ever seen. And you literally take the thing out of the box, stick it in the garden, plug your little black thing in, switch the router on, and away you go. It's already attached to each other, set up, and it's actually the simplest thing I've ever set up. Next up, I'm going to briefly touch on the service, reliability, and statistics for today. I've got some speed tests running which I ran this morning over breakfast, and one thing I've noticed with Starlink is that it seems to perform better in the mornings. It runs faster, more stable and more consistent. Also, there isn't as many dropouts. As we move through the day, the dropouts seem to increase. However, we did have that notice yesterday saying that there was some work being carried out. Now, I did receive an email to say that there was intermittent service, and I decided to reply to it. And I wasn't expecting a response, but I was just asking, what is it? And this is a response I got. Hey Gareth, during the beta program we do have an intermittent beta downtime, but as the network matures through updates and additional satellite launches, this will be more and more rare. Please let us know if you have any additional questions by responding to the closed ticket. Thank you, Gareth. I thought that was a really nice response actually, and I have taken up somebody's time to send that email when they probably should have been fixing satellites and launching more of these things into space. So I won't be sending any more emails. It is a beta, I understand that. I'm expecting more downtime. So next up, I'm going to jump into my network Asus router and how I set it up. If you Google how to bypass this little thing and use your own router, it will say about setting up a static IP to route directly into the service page. Now, I found that quite difficult. I didn't really understand it, and I managed to do it. I managed to navigate to the place in my router that I needed to get to make that happen. So here it is. Now that enables me to access statistics like downtime, connection drops, various things like that, and that's really important actually. I didn't realize how important that would be. I thought when I initially set it up I wouldn't be interested, but actually I'm interested in that information, and I'm prepared to share all that stuff with you if I make more of these little videos. So bringing it back to stability, I just want to say that I've had a few business calls this morning and work calls, so with my wife, and it has been tough. It has crapped out a couple of times where during a call there's a really intermittent connection, and then once actually it went fully down for 2 minutes, then came back up again. I think actually in the statistics that's where it said 2-minute downtime for beta. So lastly, I'm just going to say having the dish on the roof makes the world of difference in terms of stability. I did find that once it had settled for a day in the garden, it was good. It was okay, but as the stuff I shared yesterday, there's still got its problems. But on the roof, it does seem to be more stable. There's nothing near it up there, and that's probably the best place it can be for me anyway. And I would imagine for you as well, if you can find somewhere, the highest place that you can get it, put it up there. One of the things that does concern me though is that will it withstand the winds that we get here? We tend to get a massive westerly a few times a year where it gets quite stormy, and I just wonder, is it designed to withstand these really strong winds? I mean, the pole I have attached to the chimney, yeah sure, that'll withstand it, but will the dish fly off? Well, only time will tell. But for the time being, I want to say that my impression of Starlink is changing. I'm really warming to it, and actually I'm at the point now where I'm prepared to commit to say I do think this is the future of broadband. They're on a tiny percentage of the satellites launched, and it just seems really exciting, really convenient. And yeah, of course, early adopter and all that, you carry a load of baggage, you're like the guinea pig. But actually, what's worse is we're paying to be guinea pigs. But you know what, I'm okay with that, because I'm getting a better upload time. Actually, as I speak, I'm uploading some work stuff, and it's only taken an hour. As I said before, that would have taken me between 17 and 20 hours. So yeah, it's worth it. I'm excited about it. So I'm more than happy to keep doing these little videos if you're enjoying the content and enjoying seeing these speed tests and various other things, or watching me in pain as the guinea pig of Starlink for this area. I will keep sharing, and I do appreciate the encouragement that you sent yesterday. There was a couple of really good messages, really encouraging. I'm not a pro at this sort of stuff. This is not what I tend to do, and yeah, thank you. So whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, have a good one, and I will catch you later.